a Nápoles Subterráneo.
And today I will explain and show you the underground. Let me tell you, this has never been used as a city. This was the underground aqueduct. But before the water, this was an underground system of quarries. It's 2,700 years old. The Greeks came and settled down in the area and built the city. Neapolis, new city. 15,000 years ago, there was a big eruption that created this rock, which is a volcanic stone. And they used it to construct the city. So these caves were artificially created by slaves. Then the Greeks needed water. So the only viable option is groundwater. So the Greeks located a groundwater supply and they had to connect the water from the underground to here. How? Water canals. They created water canals with a certain angle so that gravity would help the water to ascend and fill the caves. And from the open well, the families living in the building with a bucket and a rope, exactly, took the water upstairs. The underground aqueduct was born. After the Greeks, the Romans came. The Romans could expand and extend the aqueduct length. It was 90 kilometers long. After the Romans, Middle Age, Renaissance, in the 1600s, that's 400 years ago. Naples was part of Spain for 350 years. We belonged to Madrid. And in 1620, the population of Naples reached 400,000 inhabitants. More demand, less water. So they needed more canals, more caves. So in 3 years, ladies and gentlemen, the aqueduct was completed. It was 120 kilometers long, with 14,000 caves. So every building had a well with water. And the aqueduct worked until 1884. 1884, the aqueduct was closed. Why? Cholera. 12,000 people died. So the King of Italy closed the aqueduct and sent engineers to make a new aqueduct, and this place was empty. 60 years it was abandoned. 1940, Italy was facing World War II. So, in 1943, the bombings were very heavy. 105 attacks only in that year. So the situation urged the people to find a way to escape. The underground. The military and the government organized shelters using the old aqueduct. So the staircase was built in 1943. Electricity was installed for the bunker. Toilet areas with sanitation pipes and flushes, food and drinking water, and the church. 286 bunkers for 270,000 civilians. This 1 kilometer, 4,000 people maximum capacity. So people didn't live, but they temporarily stayed down here. But after the war, the ruins were always on the street. We had no money, of course, and no machines to remove them mechanically. So what did we do? We filled the empty caves with the debris from World War II. For 43 years, people threw anything down here. In 1979, that man who was checking your tickets in, that the senior, came here with his brother and volunteers to clean and remove the debris and explore. You know how long it took to clean only 1 kilometer? 9 years. And now we can see today just 1 kilometer. Of course, there is other tours that show you the underground, but in total, only the 10% has been cleaned. How do you control the speed and the pressure in the aqueduct? narrow sides of tunnels. Look. Now we're going to cross this canal, ladies and gentlemen. It's 30 meters long. Every room is a toilet unit. And people could wash here, look, because everybody had soap. The water was hot or cold? Cold, exactly. Now, I will show you the biggest cave that was found here. It took 5 years to clean that cave only. And what makes this cave more special than the other? It was for novelty. 300 years ago. How many families would use this cave? 2 families. 1, 2. Those were the house wells. Who took care of the cleaning and inspection of the aqueduct? The well cleaner. So imagine, this is totally true. 300 years ago there was a job, a small man, a small guy, had to enter the well. How? With a rope. He descended from the well, totally true. And with a stick, with a net in the end, removed the debris. He was paid at night. They left money or food there. And what if he was not paid? He enters the well while the family is sleeping inside. And he's into your kitchen. And he takes money, food, jewelry. The family next morning ready for breakfast. There is nothing to eat. No money, no jewelry. And the lady says, how is it possible? Who did it? A ghost. It's a Neapolitan ghost legend. It's the legend of the little monk. Wait a minute, the little monk is the legend. The cleaner is the reality. The cleaner worked in humidity and cold temperature. Of course, to protect himself, he used the tunic with a hoodie. Looks like a monk. In Neapolitan, so we use statue of the little monk from the legend as a good luck charm, as an amulet that we give as a gift or we use for our own.
Así salí de mi madre.